How's it going, guys? We are back with another video here, and this is a video that, again, I'm making with, again, not a whole lot of answers, but we're going to just talk. I want to see what you all think, of course, and I want to give my opinion on what I think is going to happen, of course. So, again, I don't have any actual facts, I would say. If you're looking for that, I guess you could turn off the video, but it's just more speculation and I guess rumors and potential because of other games. So basically, what I'm going to talk about today is, when is NHL 21 coming out? So we're not even talking about news. When's 21 news coming out? Of course, that's something we want to see as well, but we just don't know when that is going to occur. This is the latest, of course, we've gone ever without even hearing, a reveal every year. At the NHL award show, they announce the cover, they show the trailer, not necessarily really saying everything about the game, modes, or anything, features, but you always get the cover boy. Never into the month of July, we have not heard anything about an NHL title coming up. So, of course, it's due to COVID. That is the reason. The fact of the pandemic going on, I believe EA is having a harder time, EA NHL, I should say, having a harder time, putting the game together and having everything set up for it. So there's really not an official release date yet for NHL 21. No one really knows if it's going to be on next gen or not, or the Xbox One, Series X, PS5. That's just really not determined yet. So it's all speculation. People can say what they want and say, oh, it's going to come out here, it's going to come out then. But if you look at here, you had this is a little bit older now, but EA has their little year fiscals, and it says that NHL 21 is going to be coming out in the third one, and that's usually towards the end of the year, as you can see. But there's really no, that's not 100% fact. That's all just from the article, because it really all depends. What you're looking at, of course, online. We all know you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Some of it's going to be true, some of it's going to not be true. But other games are in the quarter two. NHL 21 is not going to be in that. So it's definitely interesting, because as you guys can see, in the quarter two, it says FIFA 21, Madden NFL 21, and quarter three is NHL 21. So EA's fiscals are different than the normal, right? So it's definitely interesting. We don't really know for a fact exactly how accurate this is, of course, but again, all games, sports games, were announced, Madden and FIFA, that will be coming out, of course, in the fall. So, see, the interesting thing is FIFA and Madden actually have later release dates than usual this year as well. And I believe that's largely due to COVID. It also could be due to the fact of the new consoles. I don't know that for 100% truth, but yeah, I feel like that is definitely, maybe something. It could be a factor. But yeah, I feel like NHL 21, it's certainly delayed. We're not going to have NHL 21 coming out in a normal time this year. It's not going to be the second Tuesday of September. It's just not going to be. That's just not how it's going to go. Again, as you see, FIFA and Madden are delayed, so that's something to consider, of course. But I personally do believe NHL 21, it's going to be out probably, the latest, in my opinion, is going to be November. I would be absolutely shocked to see this game released any later than, the end of American Thanksgiving, because, again, they want to have the game out, during that time, of course. You have the deals, of course. They don't want to lose out on that money. I feel like they'll definitely, get a game out there. Again, how great it'll be, I'm not too sure, but I couldn't see them waiting until December or, even January to release the next game. What are you going to do then? You're going to have NHL 21 come out in January and then have another game come out in September, less than a year? I just couldn't see them do that. So I think what they would do, if anything, if they really came out that late in the year, they'd probably just make it January every year would be the release of the new NHLs, which would be really weird, but I think that won't happen. This is, again, weird times, of course. It's really just due to the pandemic ongoing, so that is a huge reason. Again, the offices are in EA Vancouver. I don't know really exactly the numbers of how COVID's doing over there, but I think that it could be definitely, they could be getting back to work shortly. Again, I don't really know what's going on, so I can't just say for sure. I don't really know exactly what's happening there. But, I mean, to be fair, usually I would say by March and April, the game is starting to really, final touches on it. I mean, most of the time the game is nearly completed, like the process of making it. I think it's in alpha usually at that time. So I mean, there's still obviously bugs going on. It's not 100% done. It's still work to be done, of course, on the game. But I personally think, again, we're gonna have an NHL 21. It's just a matter of when. I mean, for me, it's scary, of course, as again, this is my thing. I mean, I do YouTube and Twitch full time, content creator. So I definitely want the game to come and you guys can get interested again in the game. Of course, that's what's important to me. Of course, I want it to be interesting. I want you guys to be, of course, interested in my channel and all my videos all the time. I know most of you guys still watch, and that means a lot to me. I mean, considering we're in July tomorrow, I mean, happy early Canada Day to all you Canadians. But it's a weird time. It really, really is. I just decided to really make this video and just try to, explain what I think is going to happen. Of course, no one knows. Clabberton made this tweet, of course. He really hopes that the game is going to be, great, of course. I mean, and you gotta trust Clabberton. I mean, he can do the most, the best he can. I mean, it's. I hate the people that blame Clabberton because at the end of the day, he's just an EA community manager. He can only do so much of the game. He can say what he wants to the devs and everything, but it's not necessarily going to come to fruition. I mean, he can only do so much. But although we're not revealing NHL 21 today, this was during the EA Play event when they showed FIFA and Madden on the next consoles as well. But they're getting closer. So again, we don't really know what closer means. That could be, again, this is June 18th now, so it's been just about 2 weeks in a couple of days. What is close, right? I mean, is that July? Is that August? We just don't know when we're going to get this news on the game. Again, when the news comes out, I'm sure they're going to give a release date. I mean, or at least, somewhat of an idea. But we just don't know right now. We just don't know. And they've been doing and will continue to drive towards creating the best NHL yet. I mean, of course, this could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe they'll have some extra time. I mean, we just don't know. Again, it's got to be a good game. I mean, if they're going to release it, they got to make sure it's really good. I mean, if so, you could just really delay it until even January. I don't think NHL 21 is going to be on the Xbox One Series X or PS5, like the next graphics and all that. I just don't think they're going to have that engine. I just really don't. They didn't in NHL 14, so I'm pretty sure they didn't actually in NHL, I think it was 06 or something. I forget exactly the first year. I don't know when 360 came out. I'm too young for that. But, yeah, I feel like they're not going to have it on the next gen, at least the first year. I just would be absolutely shocked. I would. But again, only time's going to tell with that. I mean, it really is going to tell. What do you guys think? I mean, do you guys think they're going to be able to release the game on next gen for NHL 21? They didn't in 14, so that's really what leads me to believe they wouldn't for NHL 21, especially because of COVID. I mean, again, I'm sure they get the kits and everything, just like Madden and FIFA does, years in advance or even a year ago. I couldn't imagine them just all of a sudden getting handed, here's everything about the console and what you can do with it and how you can develop a game. I'm assuming that they kind of have an idea, EA, NHL, but I just want the game to be the best it possibly can be. I mean, is it going to be, miles better than 20? I just don't know. It's a game. I feel like they might try to rush out a game because they might fear potential, again, losing sales, losing money on packs and all that stuff. And I mean, it's critical. I mean, EA NHL is, of course, a smaller game. They still make a lot of money. I mean, it's still one of their bigger games, EA. I mean, sports game, I think it's honestly third, I'm assuming, in sales, which is still significant. I mean, they should care slightly about it. I mean, they don't want to just, all of a sudden lose some money. I mean, because that will affect EA in general. I mean, I know it's just still EA NHL, but, I mean, it's still EA Sports. I mean, they want to, of course, make as much money as they can. And I couldn't see them simply just shutting it down and saying, hey, whatever. We don't need to have NHL 21 out by a certain year or a certain month, my bad. They will get it out indeed. And I just hope it's a great game. I mean, that's all we can do. EA NHL, of course, is kind of disappointed in the past, but I mean, we got to give them a chance always. That's all we can do is try to give them a chance, right? So Again, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel here. I know I said at the beginning, it's just really me speculating and pretty much just thinking out loud and going off other games and what we can expect just for the future of NHL as a series. I mean, I want it to always, grow, of course, and it will. I mean, it really will. I mean, it's a game that it's smaller, but I feel like has a lot of potential, and you don't even need to put that much more effort in. GM connected, like an online franchise, would be very nice to have in the game. We could have just more customization within HUT. I mean, you can't really, create your logos or anything like that, or arenas, goal horns, anything like that. Like, just bring World of Shell customization into HUT. Easiest thing in the world, in my opinion. Like, I don't know for a fact. I mean, I just assume it couldn't be too hard. I mean, it's really just all hoping and just really wishing. That's what I want always for NHL. I mean, I want the game to always get better. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys are new to the channel here, leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Henrique, Instagram, and Twitter, Henrique with 3 E's. Join the Discord to talk to me, followers, and subscribers of the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.